Great rising, beautiful beings. Sorry for the voice. It's been a long morning, a long rising, okay? A very long rising, a very emotional rising. Maybe a few weeks back or a month back, I said, you know what? All the animals leave the planet. There's no reason to be here anymore, right? The United States and Americas, all of Americas, Canada, United States, the islands, the surrounding territories, Mexico, South America. We don't have big animals like other countries like India, Africa. They're gone. I kept wanting to sell real estate, build grandiose high rises, build subdivisions. I was like, oh, I'm going to just go learn to be a contractor, get my real estate license. No, that's not going to work. See, that's what they need. A person that's tapped into the land, tapped into the frequency of the planet, to actually decimate their connectedness. That's what they need. They really need us to put our hands into the action of the dirty deeds. That's what make it so acceptable. It's like when nature say, my own children are destroying me. Which she knows she can't be destroyed. She could purge us anytime she wants to, right? They say, oh, we want these smart cities. But they also want these quiet woods. They don't want these birds. They don't want these animals. I look at all the deer that get trapped between interstate and interstate. Nowhere to go. Nowhere to migrate. Not saying every car or vehicle or person that get they shit tore up deserve it. But sometimes you have to reflect and say, where they gonna go? What they gonna do? How powerful is a human? You let a foreign entity come and put up fake borders and tell you can't migrate. That you have to stay in an apartment or you got to stay in a house. You need a passport to travel. You need documentation to travel. We are the only species on the planet that are living in a prison within our own mind. Everybody else trying to get the fuck out. When that hawk swoop down and run into your radiator, when that deer jump out in front of your car, when that groundhog or beaver stand out in the road and just look at you and your tire roll over it, they're showing you that this ain't it. They're showing you that that's the quickest way out of here. You're not going to evolve if you keep cutting down the trees. You're not going to evolve if you keep damming up the water. You're not going to evolve if your body is not intaking the nutrients and minerals so you can go through your alchemical phase. How can you quantum leverage if you have no essence? How can you quantum leverage if you're allowing them to tamper with your DNA? How can you quantum leverage if you're allowing them to just shut off your connectedness, your oneness, your inner God, your energy? How can you? And I was like, dang, I could sell all this real estate. I could be multi-millionaire, multi-billionaire, building these high rises, getting these people to sell me their land, knocking down these trees. And Spirit said, wait a minute, young one. Fall back, young one. Don't extort me. I heard it plain as day. She said, do not extort me. So as of today, to all the divine children, earth angels, as of today, if the land is not already clear, do not cut any trees. If there is not a house in danger, do not cut any trees. Well, Sky, what about all these storms? My family needs shelter. Wise one, you'll get your answers. We're going to stop all these weather wars. We're going to stop all this problem and solution with weather wars. It's about to come to a complete pause or an end. If the water is flowing naturally, quit damming it up. Quit rerouting it. The United States will not transport any more of our water to the Middle East. And if they do, be ready. Be ready. You have not seen war yet. You have not seen war yet. As of today, November the 7th, we are shutting down several space stations where these entities, creatures, want to come in and out and try to negotiate with us earthlings. These people, these rich aristocrats that keep feeding our babies to these people because they want to live a certain lifestyle. No more of you wasting our precious energy to feed your lifestyle and your family lifestyle. We'll deal with these entities accordingly. So you figure out how you're going to get all of that fancy shit you want. We've decided that you need to let these entities come up and fend for themselves. No more damming the water, no more cutting down the trees. If the land is not already clear, no more building high-rises. No more migrants and immigrants coming to the United States or any American territory to destroy what's left. It's time for America to recover. And again, like I say, quit messing with the United States water table. Everybody that's involved with water wars of the United States, you have a rude awakening. And this transaction is going to be inevitable. You're going to get the message. You may never get this video, but you're going to get the message. You keep tampering with the feng shui of the United States or the Americas, you're about to fuck up and find out. Keep transporting our wood, turning it into pellets to the United Kingdom. Keep transporting our water to the Middle East, messing up our energy. Keep ciphering oil from Texas, messing with our chakras. You're about to fuck up and find out. Put another cell phone tower or 5G tower within a 3-mile radius of a house. We're so busy worried about a liquor store by a church that does not serve our higher goods. But you're not worrying about that radioactive 5G tower cloaked the Ashera next to humanity? And silent weapons for quiet wars. Remember, y'all are still studying. You oppressors, you're still studying. There's elements out there you can't even define yet. And just like you are observing them, they are observing you. Until you stop, we are about to delay your travels. No more in and outs. No more portal access. No more resource stealing. Cut another tree down. Clear another landmass. You know, when you got wild turkeys walking outside the interstate, when you got alligators walking outside the interstate, when you got deers walking outside the interstate, when you got wild hogs walking outside the interstate, we got a problem. We got a problem. A major problem that has to be solved. So, on a galactic level, we're about to shut down some of your portals. No more aristocrats. No more negotiating with aristocrats. And like I say, to the ones selling our babies to these people, these genetics, this DNA, this human resource. This is my last time telling you. You don't know what poverty is. You don't know what damnation is. You don't know what stupid really look like. But you about to fuck up and find out. You've already found out. We will deal with these entities accordingly. Allow them to come up and feed on their own. We will deal with them accordingly. Let them come up and feed on their own. The next person that tries to feed off of human energy with ill will intent is about to fuck up and find out. The next person that tries to manipulate another person just to get what they want, they about to fuck up and find out. There's too many people on the planet that need to evolve. And if we have to make decisions, wise decisions, that means a few portals got to close. It's not that we don't need the essence of the planet in her rightful state. There's a parasitic entity on the planet that needs the planet at a certain state of being so they can exist here. So, to all these people that donate for human resources, you about to fuck up and find out. To all these people who have all these organizations where they collect millions and billions of dollars and somehow they're in a mansion and somehow their organization skills got them $1 million car, a $300,000 car, and they're still hungry people on the planet. Somehow we were able to bring box food into these welfare homes, but we were not able to bring instructions on how to grow your own apple tree, your own lemon tree, your own tomatoes, your own collard greens. That's about to stop. We're gonna quit being taxed so much if it's not teaching us how to be self-sustained. The government is supposed to be our voice, our reconciliation. We're all supposed to be able to feed ourselves. Nobody on the planet should have to work 8 hours a day. We should only be working 4 to 5 hours a day. There's 24 hours in a day. You work 4 hours a day. This is just so you understand that resources should not be depleted or overused or overspent or wasteful. So yes, 4 hours a day, a person should have to work. I feel like there should still be land taxes, but not that way. The more trees you have on the land and the more wild animals you have on the land, the less taxes you pay. The more roads that allow animals to cross, the less taxes you pay. The less buildings in a state or a city, the less taxes you pay. All debt has been cleared. All debt has been cleared. All trillions and trillions and trillions and trillions and zillions and Googles amount of fiat currency debt has been cleared. Like I said, fuck up and find out. Those people who feel like we gotta have human resources to pay debt. We have to have blood, shed, and tears. Blood, sweat, and tears. Blood, shed, and tears. Blood, sweat, and tears to pay debt. We have to have manipulated natural disasters to pay debt. Soul harvesting. You about to fuck up and find out, if not already. The United States will not bail out no other country. The UN will not sanction no other country. And any nation that decides to furnish weapons to an underdog that's losing, by law, by universal law, you are fighting that war. Say it again, Revere Sky. Any nation that decides to deploy their military, that decides to give a country weapons to fight a war, you are by law, cosmic law, by galactic law, by universal law, fighting that war. If you so happen to take your fellow citizens' tax money to send to another country to fight a war, you are by law, natural universal law, fighting that war. So when the United States gives Ukraine weapons, when Europe gives Ukraine weapons, when the Middle East gives Ukraine resources, when Africa allows a nation to come into their land and start mining the resources without being accounted for, Africa, you will not lease any more land without having monitored supervision over resources, meaning your people will oversee the people you lease land to. And until you get that straight, you will not lease any more land. If animals cannot migrate, you're doing something wrong. If animals cannot migrate, you're doing something wrong. Humans, your instinctual behavior is in lack. You're supposed to migrate with the seasons. Why is it that the rich Caucasian is the only one that know to leave Canada during the winter and go somewhere else for the winter? Why is it that the hobo hippie is the only one know it's wintertime here, it's time for us to go to the tropical area? These false borders and illusions have to stop. And yeah, they're going to play games with us. They're going to say, see, that's why we need borders. That's why we need checkpoints. No, we're going to get it straight. Mexico, you keep starving out those people, so they want to come conquer somebody else's land. You starve them out so bad, they're willing to risk their own life to go somewhere else through blind faith. We got something for you too. We got something for you too. Quit thinking that these material possessions that your ancestors never had rule with an iron fist. Say it again, Revere Sky. Quit thinking this is for Mexico. This is for the cartel. This is for all the goons and goblins and banksters of the world that are not a part of these interdimensional entities. Okay, you may have levels and traces of their parasitic energy, but you belong to the planet. Okay? Your source energy may not belong to the planet, but there's generations and generations of you that belong to the planet in so many degrees. 50% of your essence is divinely anchored to this planet. So we're going to quit trying to rule with an iron fist. And we're going to build up your nations. Mexico, there's no reason for your people to keep coming to the United States. We're about to bring the wages to you. South America, there's no reason for you to come to the United States anymore. We're about to bring your wages to you. To the Asians, there's no reason for you to come to the United States no more. We are about to bring your wages to you. Africa, there's no reason to come to the United States no more. We are about to bring your wages to you. And again, there's a reminder, Africa. If you lease land in Africa, your own people, your own flesh and blood, your own citizens are to be hired and put in high places to take account for all resources siphoned from that land. Same goes to any other territory on the planet. Let's use Russia as the godfather, shall we? Do you actually think the Russian community or the Russian president would actually lease you some land and not tally the resources leaving? Turn a blind eye and just let you take everything you want and some more? Y'all better get it right. Remember, I told you, the UN has no right to sanction nobody. And I know you like Sky, but what if they come over here starting stuff in the United States? Well, they have officially initiated to fuck up and find out. They have officially initiated to fuck up and find out. You steal some more water from our water table if you want to. The indigenous people of this land is not dead. On a global level, and they don't want to hear it. Every time I mention global, I get shadow banned 10 times deeper. On a global level, they're going to try to prove that we need borders. On a global level, they're going to try to prove that invasion is real. But the citizens, the men of the United States, are in prison. They are in military operations. They're going to places on need-to-know basis, and they're not asking questions. All that's about to change. It's about to change. It's about to change. Nature doesn't mind starting over, okay? She has already shedded. Her vibratory rate has already shedded. And y'all are not going to keep interfering. We are going to ascend. We're already ascending. We're going to teach the welfare citizens how to grow their own food. Seeds are coming back. These people who claim we're not going to have seeds in our food and their food is not going to be able to reproduce, they have already fucked up and found out. You're not our role models. You don't mean us our highest good. And as of now, right now, 3100, their portals are being shut down. And until next time, there will be a part 2. Quit cutting down trees. Use what's already cleared. Look at Wyoming. All that land, clear land, and ain't nobody building nothing. You even wanted to genetically modify the horses so they can't breed no more. How selfish of you. But your time has expired. Your portal is closed. Are you ready for the new reality? Until next time, I am one with the universe. I am one with creation. I am one with the universe. I am one with nature. Unearth the magic. The truth will definitely set you free. Mwah.